Hello and welcome back to my channel True Crime Chronicles. Here we go over true crime cases that have been solved, unsolved, or still under investigation. If you are new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. Also don't forget to hit the notifications bell and click on all notifications. That way you are sent a notification each time I upload a new video. Warning, this video discusses details surrounding the disappearance of a missing 7-month-old child, which is still under investigation. Some viewers may find disturbing or distressing. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. In the quiet evening of August 14, 2025, in a San Bernardino County parking lot, a mother's terrifying story of a violent abduction launched a massive search for her 7-month-old son. But within days, the plea for a missing child would warp into a chilling mystery, where the parents' own words became the focus of the investigation, and the search shifted from a rescue mission to something far more grim. Welcome to a deep dive into the baffling and heartbreaking case of the disappearance of baby Emmanuel Haro. The story, as first told, was every parent's worst nightmare. Rebecca Haro told police she was at the Big 5 sporting goods store on Yucaipa Boulevard in Yucaipa, California. She was in the back seat of her car, changing her infant son Emmanuel's diaper, when she heard a man say "Hola" from behind her. The next thing she knew, she claimed she was knocked unconscious. She awoke to find herself on the ground, and her 7-month-old son was gone. Just hours after reporting the incident, Rebecca and her husband, Jake Haro, gave an emotional interview to local news station KTLA. Rebecca, sporting a black eye she said was from the attack, wept openly. Jake made a desperate plea to the unknown abductor. In a news report, Emmanuel Haro's father stated, "Whoever took my son, please return him. We just want him back. We won't do anything to you. Just give us our son. Keep him safe, don't hurt him, make sure you feed him and change him." The community was on high alert. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office shared Emmanuel's photo online and launched a significant operation. K-9 units, helicopters, and detectives scoured the area. But almost immediately, cracks began to appear. Authorities noted that an Amber Alert was not issued because the case lacked the crucial criteria. There was no description of a suspect or a vehicle. The official statements from the sheriff's office began to include carefully worded but highly suspicious language. On August 15, they released a statement saying there were inconsistencies in Rebecca Haro's initial account. The investigation quickly pivoted from the parking lot to the family's home in Cabazon. Over the weekend, deputies were seen serving search warrants. They brought in not just tracking dogs, but cadaver dogs. This critical detail sent a shockwave through the case. Law enforcement was now openly considering the possibility that Emmanuel was not just missing, but deceased. The sheriff's office confirmed that when detectives confronted Rebecca with these inconsistencies during an interview, she stopped cooperating and declined to continue. The parents, once pleading on television, had now clammed up. And the spotlight on the family grew harsher. It was revealed that Jake Haro had a disturbing past. In June 2023, just over a year prior, he was convicted of felony willful child cruelty for an incident in 2018 involving another child. He served 180 days in jail and was still on probation. Furthermore, in a separate and very recent case filed in July 2024, he was charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm and ammunition. The court of public opinion began to turn. A foundation, the Uvalde Foundation for Kids, which had initially offered a $5,000 reward for information, retracted it, stating, "We cannot in good conscience utilize our team and resources when so much is missing in this case." But then, a voice entered the fray. Vincent Hughes, an attorney representing Jake Haro in his probation violation case, spoke to the media. He pushed back against the narrative, claiming the family was still cooperating. He stated that Rebecca only refused to take a polygraph test, a common legal advice, and that her emotional state was being misinterpreted. In a live new report, Hughes asked, "How does a normal person act in this situation? You have John Walsh on one extreme. You have Casey Anthony on the other extreme. Where is the normal between there?" He claimed the parents had surrendered their phones, allowed searches of their home, and had even handed over devices like iPads and Xbox consoles. He stated they were grieving and scared for their own safety. However, this defense raised more red flags for many. The fact that the family was asking for privacy and for reporters to leave their property, while understandable from one angle, seems suspicious to a public now aware of the cadaver dogs and the father's criminal history. The evidence collected by police is substantial. They have seized cell phones, laptops, and all passwords from both parents. They impounded the vehicle Rebecca was driving the night Emmanuel disappeared. They are meticulously reviewing a large amount of surveillance video from the area. And most ominously, they have used cadaver dogs on the property. As former FBI official Bobby Chacon analyzed for KTLA, the use of those dogs clearly tells me that they have reason to believe that child is deceased unfortunately. I think that's the natural assumption. As of this recording, Emmanuel Haro remains missing. He is 7 months old, about 24 inches tall, 21 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He is cross-eyed and was last seen wearing a black Nike onesie. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office is now operating on the belief that the kidnapping story was fabricated. The parents, once the victims in this story, are now the central figures in an investigation riddled with foul play. The question is no longer, where is the stranger, but, what happened to Emmanuel Haro? If you have any information on this case, no matter how small, you are urged to contact the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Specialized Investigations Division at 909-890-4904. To remain anonymous, call WeTip at 1-800-78-CRIME or visit wetip.com. This is an active and evolving investigation. We will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates. Thank you for watching. Please keep Emmanuel in your thoughts. What do you think happened to baby Emmanuel Haro? Comment down below and share your thoughts. Thank you for joining us today on True Crime Chronicles. Join us next time. Stay vigilant, stay compassionate, and keep seeking truth.